Hey friends, Pastor Bill Walden here with Build Up the Church. God bless you. This is a devotional word for October the 12th, 2024, and we are in the book of 1 Thessalonians, taking a look at just one verse in chapter 2. The Apostle Paul is recounting to the Thessalonians his previous visit with them and his time spent with them, how he didn't come to get something from them, but he came to give something to them. He imparted not only the gospel to them, but he imparted his life to them. I've been a pastor since 1989, and there are certainly times when I've served people with not too much of a heart contribution. I'm definitely helping them. I'm listening to them. I'm giving them advice, maybe helping them physically with something, giving them a ride, or helping with some kind of project, or just any number of things. I'm physically involved, but my heart isn't always as involved as it could have been. I'll make that confession for all of us, because I think if you're a follower of Christ, you've probably experienced that too. It's a beautiful thing, I think, when we realize as we grow older in our faith that it's not just about plugging a hole or doing a task or listening to somebody's sad story or giving somebody money or something like that. Those things can certainly be helpful. But God really wants us to invest our hearts in people. I have experienced, certainly from other people, times when I really felt like I needed to talk to somebody and they're there listening to me, but excuse me, this microphone thing just slipped. Their heart's not in it. They're maybe checking their watch or tapping their foot or, looking over my shoulder. Maybe it's somebody else in the room. And I can sense that. And maybe you've sensed that too. And it's never pleasant. And so something that God has been working in my life, just to share with you, just a little phrase that I think that God gave me. It's to love God deeply and to love people sincerely. And not just to respond with as little heart investment as possible, but to make my life available to somebody. The Apostle Paul here is recounting his time with the Thessalonians. And he says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, he says, "We were gentle among you, just as a nursing mother cherishes her own children." What an amazing description of an intimate union between mother and child. Gentleness and affection and carefulness and bonding. The Apostle Paul says, verse 8, "So affectionately longing for you, we were well pleased to impart to you not only the gospel of God, but also our lives, because you had become dear to us." So the Apostle Paul could have just fulfilled his duty in preaching the gospel and helping to plant a church and all of that. But he went beyond that. He imparted his life. He imparted his heart. He shared his affection for them. That really means, I think, that we have to slow down in our Christian life. Maybe we're going to be doing less things, but the things that we're going to do are deeper. And of course, every Christian has to follow the leading of the Holy Spirit. There are times when you're just getting something done quickly because it just needs to be done. I'm not speaking against that. What I am saying is this: I think we can stay busy with activities and words and those things, but our hearts aren't really engaged with people. And so I'm encouraged to, as Paul said, affectionately longing for someone, be pleased to impart to them not only the gospel, but also my life. And so if you're a Christian, Christ follower, Jesus has imparted his life to you. The Bible teaches that when a person says yes to Jesus, that Jesus Christ dwells inside of them. So he imparts his life to us. I want to encourage you to consider imparting to others not only a word of advice, not only counsel, not only the gospel message, not only money, not only helping them mow the lawn or giving them a ride, but impart your heart to them, impart your life to them. And I think that's a very good and a very deep way to share Jesus. So some things to think about. Thanks for watching.